Alright, welcome everyone to today's Subnautica Below Zero live stream. Thank you for joining in. Hey T. Kerr, hey William, thanks for joining in already. And thank you anybody else who's joining in. I'll try to watch for that. Hey Ninja, everybody else that joins in, I'll try to catch you as you join in. We are back in my new secret base today because we're going to do some decorations today. Try to finish up this room. It's very plain looking. And I do have some supplies, but not a lot. So we'll have to gather some supplies. I also want to go ahead and mention it is the first day of February. Hopefully for everybody at this point. Depending on where you are in the world, it might not be quite February 1st yet. I think it should be though. So month of love, month of Valentine's, and we're going to share the love this month. There are 2 links in the description below. I encourage you, if you have money to spare and you want to, there are links to help with the damages, both to the plant life and animal life affected by the Australian bushfires. So if you want to, you can donate a recurring thing, adopt an animal. You can donate towards the bushfires, to replanting trees, rehoning moving animals around, anything like that. So if you have some money, you want to donate, share some love this month, links below. And this is nothing that I get anything out of. This is just to help out if you want to, because let's face it, the bushfires were a pretty big disaster, and that's going to have a big effect around the world. So let's try to help and show some love and support this month, if you can. Hey, Patrick and John and Cece, thanks for all joining in. Glad to have everybody here. We're going to start with a little decoration. I've unlocked the grow beds last time, and I like the notion of this being secretive, but I also have this to build the floodlight here, which I don't have. I have quartz, I just don't have the actual glass. I don't think I'm building any taller on this, so we'll do a grow bed just for the fact that we'll see how it looks. If nothing else, I'll have extra supplies for bioreactor, something like that, you know, with the creep vine, and have some place for that. I'm going to start with 1 because I don't want it to be too bright and vibrant. If I put like 6 of them in there, that can get overwhelming in terms of brightness with a lot of creep vine planted. So we'll do that, and we'll still try to see if the lights work. The floodlights have been very problematic for me so far in the game. It's like they'll work for a moment and then stop working, or they just don't work at all. How was my day? I am doing good. It's alright. Hey, Prime Sonic, thanks for joining in. Alright, we got glass. I got some titanium left. I do have supplies at the other base, but I don't want to have to keep just going back and forth, because at some point it will run out. And again, the lights are not on. So the floodlights just don't work right now. And I am on edge because I'm waiting for the Chelly to come through the wall again. Like last time, where I was there and I got attacked. Inside here, he dumped me into the terrain and almost, you know, had me fall out of the world. I'm really expecting that to happen again. Just any second, he's going to attack me through the wall. Because apparently that's his thing in this area. We'll just do, since the light's not working, we're just going to do another one. And we'll have a bit of a nice glow here. Hopefully not overwhelming in terms of brightness, so that it's visible outside the entrance, which I can't even really see right now. I think it's nighttime. Somewhere over there. I also have bright lights in front of my eyes, so that does not help me. So, let's see. We are not going to do a huge amount of storage in this, even though I was trying to do more storage with the lockers. But we're still having problems with the weirdness of the signs that disappear and are not really that usable. If I do it here, it places this out there. I don't like that. I hope they fix the signs very soon. Really hope they get those working correctly, because otherwise I'm not going to be using the standing lockers as much. Actually, let's see. Can I get one to place here? Yeah. So we got one there. So we'll do one like this. And then I'll just... I didn't get quite even the way I would like, but, you know, it is what it is. We can't snap things in the game, so... Or at least right now, we don't have anything that really snaps in place on the walls like this. Outside of course, the reinforcements and such. I really hope they give us more variation with that. Oh yes, and I left stuff here. Just not a lot in the way of titanium, which we'll need. Alright, so we have some nice storage, a little decorative storage. I don't want this one to feel cluttered, but we definitely need some kind of, you know, living quarters stuff. Let's see what we can do for this. We're gonna throw a nice quilted double bed in here, because, you know, you want plenty of room to stretch out. We might be on our own. We might be by ourselves as a character, but we want room to stretch our legs a little bit. And I have got... That's a lot of arrow fish. Or arrow rays. Look like they have more than the hoop fish. Like maybe they bred faster. Give me, there we go. Alright, so that should, oh, yeah, and I need creep vine. Play. I do some creep vine on the outside just for the plain creep vine. That will keep some fish, so we have some more growing, or, you know, reproducing, because I know I'm going to end up needing them for the bioreactor soon. There we go. What's my dog's name again? It is technically Tiny Tim. That's what they named him at the shelter. But of course, I just call him Timmy, because I didn't want to call him Tiny for short. Because seriously, you call him Tiny, he's going to get like a complex or something. Timmy. Here you go. They want to say hi. He just had to curl up everything, make a little bed, so he could be ready to go. And then he's just waiting for treats to be thrown his way. That's all it is. He just cares to lay here while he's waiting for me to give him treats. There's no other value in him laying on the bed except when I'm in here working, because he thinks he's going to get treats as a result. We got a shower, a sink. No, we'll do the sink right there, and then we got to do a toilet. You got to have a place to use the bathroom. So funny, we finally get that kind of stuff for cosmetics. Hey, one more? Can you look up? Look. Like, don't make me do tricks for this. Come on. Alright, one more. One more. You gotta reach for it. Reach for it. He says, I don't want you to think I really want this, but I do. Why are you being goofy? Alright, where you are, we've got bed. I need titanium. I'm about to empty titanium. Actually, I'm out of titanium. Got plenty of other stuff, though. Check on our... Oh, yes, I still need to finish off one more grow bed in here. I got another one to get ready here. Let's eat. And, actually... Alright, that leaves me... Knife is still goofy with certain ones. Like, seriously goofy. There we go. I hope they fix that too, because that's annoying. I'm like aiming right at it and it doesn't want to do anything. And there we go. Alright, we got at least something else starting there. Okay, so I burned through all the power I put in. That's already out. So yeah, the fish are going to end up being the bioreactor fuel source. And it's so dark. Let's go find... Actually, yeah, we're going to take this because I want to find a lot of titanium. We got to do some looking around. Also important because we need to start looking for a new building site. Obviously, this is not going to be a massive base. Just a very cool little spot tucked away that didn't need a terrain, you know, a terraformer gun to do. And unless they plan to put something in there later, I don't think it'll be disturbed by any updates we might get. So I want to find some new place. Obvious location is the mountain. We already have a launch pad and a small base there. Unfortunately, we can't repair the base. I think that is a missed opportunity, honestly. I think they should make it where we can repair the base and use it, because that would just be a really beneficial first base location. And then have it be, you know, I mean, not the best base location, but be a useful one. Be kind of like that Dragona's Retreat game save mod I tried, that you could go in and find all these bases and we repaired them, and I was able to actually use them or break them down for parts. I think that would be a really good thing for them to do if we did something where the mountain base is repairable. But since it's not right now, I'm thinking, because I don't see that changing very much, I'd like to build off of one of the sides. Maybe towards where there's more of the penguins hanging out, have a little spot that then, you know, little ladder connection that goes up top so we can easily get to the top of it. So, you know, if I want to go and try something with story related because we get an update that changes something, we can easily get up there. No running through the caves. Yeah, Timmy is a very chill dog. It's very, very good thing to have for me, that he's not bouncing off the walls, going crazy, barking all the time. You know, when I'm trying to stream or record, he's just like, I'm just going to hang out, and I'll whimper a little bit, I'll whine a little bit, get your attention. I might pop my paws on your leg and just kind of sit there and look at you, but I'm not going to bark at you. But he is not a barky dog. He will bark. He will do his woo-woo sound, you know, howl when we're playing and he gets really excited. But he generally doesn't just bark unless it's like he thinks somebody, you know, a threat's coming to the door, and then he hears somebody at the door, he might start barking. But beyond that, he doesn't. We got some resources here. I didn't bring the prawn suit this time, since last time that cellar just kept attacking non-stop, even if it was sitting still. I bet I could go into the caverns and find maybe a few more blueprint scans to get some more titanium. And we're right here at this flat level. Well, not flat. It's got that rolling ridge look, so it's not just a plain flat surface, but it is that generic texturing they use. So basically, it's got the general form maybe to what they're going to do, but not the actual final texture. So that's another spot I don't want to build out there because it might mess up my base. How much have you missed? Not much. I mean, we're only like 13 minutes in. I think we're gonna go into the tunnels. Already. What? Oh, well. I said we're gonna go in the tunnels, but I can't squeeze in. You know, my sea moth, I would think I would have a problem doing that. But this sea truck is a little bit hard to maneuver around in places. Where was it? I saw there we go, outcropping. Oh yeah, we're gonna take that because I am going to try to set up some uranium power today. I don't want to have to worry about the bioreactors quite yet on that other base location. Lithium. Oh, we're above one of the drill sites. So probably not connecting into the other parts of the caverns, but we might find some other stuff. So there's diamond. I've got too much diamond right now. Not gonna worry about that. It's too much diamond. Plus, that seems like it would be a pain to get bit. Yeah, once you get in, the jump jet upgrade, I think you'd have to aim pretty well to get back out with the prawn suit. It seems like you would hit something and it would delay you from getting upwards enough. I feel like this would not be an easy one to get out of with the prawn suit. Oh, hey, we got a ruby. I've got storage, so why not make use of it? Of course, plenty of lithium here. I haven't wiped this area out of lithium, which is good. I'll need it for other bases since I've run out so readily. Let's see. Oh, not having any problem with lithium right now. And, oh, well, silver. I've got too much silver, too. Alright, I guess I'm going back in. I'm not seeing a lot of outcroppings in the areas. Mostly just pickup items. Which is nice, you know, but it doesn't give me titanium in that. At least not a chance of titanium when I'm just picking everything up instead of breaking. There's another piece. Probably about out of room. Yep, I'm out of room. And it's gold. I don't need gold that much anyway. I heard that Chelly earlier by the base. I'm not hearing him now, so maybe I scared him off. I doubt it, but you know, maybe I scared him off. Maybe he's actually stuck inside the walls now. Common thing happened with the original game and the Sea Dragon. A few times I had them get stuck completely in the wall where they would not come back out. In the inactive lava zone. So it's always possible he's just like stuck somewhere. Ah, cutting your leg. One of these has the tunnel connection under it. But apparently it's not this one. Apparently I'm at the wrong big animal plant hybrid thing. I mean, it's like a plant. It sits there. But it's like an animal. It moves. And it looks like a jellyfish, which is, you know, I think technically still considered an animal. I don't think they reclassified jellyfish to not be animal. Let's go back this way. There's another one, I believe, right? Another big anchored one that is the one with the caverns right below. Oh, look. At some point, I'm just gonna get attacked from within a wall. I know. Yeah, no, the map is, well, obviously still not finished because there's several places you can see that the terrain is incomplete. I mean, like right here, I'm coming up on it again. So incomplete terrain areas. It's not as spread out at the moment, but that could always change. There are some areas where it's obviously got something more open intended, and then there's some spots where you just have that drop off where it's okay, this would be the void spot in the original game, and I'm not sure if they're actually going to stick with having a void in this one or if they're going to try to do something different. I really would like to see just that contrast at the least, maintaining with the outer edges on one side where it's mountain range blocking everything in, and then maybe one side could be void, but I feel like it would be more fitting compared to the original if everything was enclosed. So you have, like, you can't just go as far as you want way out in the void. At some point it warps you back, but it would be actually like an encircled area that we're kind of restricted in, and then give us more options and better options for building on land, because building on land is not good in the game right now. It's really, really awful. And I don't know if this is the same one or a different one. If it's the same one, then it might be the only big one right now. I thought there was two. I think this is what I was looking for. This is where I'm going to get stuck. Tight squeeze. Yeah, I'm not liking the looks of this. I'm gonna get stuck and not be able to get it back out. It'll just be stuck down there, and I'm not seeing the Chelly anywhere. He should be swimming around. 'Cause there's the big one, the big hand. I think if I was going to build here, which I already been told there's a major flaw. Like if you build around it, it could cause an issue with the terrain disappearing. But I think if I was going to build here, I'd have to build something that connects into this area underneath. We got this little passage underneath. That would just be kind of cool to do, like a loop around through it, where you have it hooked on both sides. Like, you just have a part that comes through here, and then it goes up on both sides, connects up stairs, up above to the rest of the basin. I could actually get out of that one. I did. I didn't get abused. And that, okay, if that one's there, then there is another one over here. So this is the one closer to my base area, which should be the one that leads into the caverns. So the one at the higher elevation point. And more lithium. I'm taking this lithium back to the other base. This is going to be contributing to... No! I did it! I got away from him. He did not get me in time. It's so bad when it's just a matter of clicks and, hey, storage is full. Hey, Argonaut, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm still not a fan of the prawn suit being, you know, one of the better options in the game. I'm not a fan of the prawn suit overall. But I definitely am not a fan of Sea Moth. Or a sea truck. And I feel like there's some modules that are just not well thought out. You know, I like the idea of the planter module, and I'm pretty sure at this point they're probably taking the planter module out completely. That it's just not going to be in there, even though it's currently in the stable branch of the game. Still, you can unlock it. So basically, unlock it, and then it serves as nothing more than extra titanium for the additional scans you might find. But that is an interesting concept. You know, we have the aquarium one, which is really not that useful in the end, in my opinion. It really has never served me that well, except when at the beginning we were reliant entirely on bladderfish and the eyes before for water production. And bladderfish were extremely hard to find points. Not respawning very quickly. And there he goes. Now he shows up. Yeah. Off me. I'll pop you again. How about that? Come here. Oh, I killed that one. I didn't mean to kill the little one. Now, of course, I drove him in the direction of this. I'm gonna pop it because I heard him coming up behind me. Alright, let's repair. I use my repair tool more in this game than I did in the previous game. Okay. It still sounds like he is just right out there. I'll turn the lights on. I want to see his mouth coming at me in the darkness, grabbing hold of the vehicle while I'm not even steering. I'm waiting for that to happen and see my character getting knocked around inside because I'm not holding on to the steering wheel or, steering column, and I'm just, he's taking it for a ride and attacking it just because it's there, like he did with the prawn suit. I'm just waiting for that to happen.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, grow bed, done. We're gonna eat. And then I need another bit of these. That helps. And there we go. You know what? I'm just gonna do one. Oh. Yeah, still very problematic. I think you actually made me hit that at one point when I wasn't looking at it. Alright, so that's got the best food option in the game for easy replenishment right now, since we do not have access to anything else in the stable branch. Experimentally, you can plant the heat fruit, but it's not going to work for me right now, and I'm not going to do experimental. Let's see. That should be going fine. I'm just waiting for him to come in through the wall. So a little bit of a glow, but not enough that should be visible outside the cavern here. And we'll just go ahead and take all this. I'm not going to use a lot of nuclear power elsewhere. I don't even remember what I need to make that. Lead, titanium, and glass. Well, I've got glass. I got lead. How much titanium? I got enough. We'll make like 2 reactor rods. And that should keep this going for quite a while. I hope. We'll see. Oh, yeah. It's my mouse that I'm using. The rapid fire button makes it so much easier to... it's just like 3 clicks really fast. So, it's great. I mean, in certain games, No Man's Sky, it's amazing for weapon firing and the space combat stuff, especially. And in this, it makes breaking stuff very easy because it's like break and grab, and then putting stuff into inventory, taking out very fast too. Just really like it. And yeah, it looks like the arrow rays are like just breeding way faster than the hoop fish are. They're just taking over their habitat. And you know what? Those are just gonna go up here. And say boom. Like that. Yeah, no, I only put organic stuff in. So that was clicking the nutrient block. Apparently nutrient block is not organic. Which worries me about eating them now. Do not eat the nutrient blocks. They're not organic, according to that. Now we'll leave that titanium there. We got some nice glow. And so outside of that, yeah, there's no like orangey reddish glow from anything. So that's very nicely hidden. I'm thinking 1 piece of, actually 2 pieces, regular creep vine on each of these, so we have a good resource in case I do swing through the area again and need something like that. And then the rest can be, I guess, gel sacks, because that's really the only thing else we have that we might need to be able to plant at the moment. Other stuff we'll have later to plant, but I haven't been able to get ribbon plants to work right now. Do I play Surviving Mars? No, I do not. Peter, I will probably play The Forest again, either right before they announce release of the sequel one, or, you know, access to the sequel. Which right now I've seen the trailer, but, you know, a lot of that was more of the cinematic stuff, not so much the gameplay. So I don't know where they are on the gameplay. But if they release like that for early access, the way they did the original game, I'll definitely be picking that one up. I might live stream that one. Though The Forest has not a lot of automation stuff when it comes to building. Granted, neither does this, but, you know, it's one of the more frustrating games to build really big. Just because things don't snap. Which is great, because in The Forest you can adjust certain things to different lengths, but, you know, I always have problems getting it to line up just right, with the just right amount of placement, height, and spacing for, like, stairs. I've seen people do, like, really crazy big builds, and that's great in the, you know, creative mode, because you can easily just destroy and rebuild it. But when you do that in normal survival mode and you're not getting all your resources back, that does slow you down a good bit. Alright, let's go find some titanium, hopefully. Maybe I can chase the Chelly away. If I see him right here, I'll just zap him and make him run in this direction again. And he'll stay away from this little area, not come through the wall to get me. Find an action key to my scroll wheel? Yeah, but what if I actually want to use my scroll wheel for something else? Like when we mod and I have a whole list of stuff on the toolbar. Granted, I probably won't do that, but I already have everything set for clicking really fast just with the auto fire button on the mouse. It works really well for me in that, so I'll probably just stick with that. But yeah, for anybody who doesn't have that, you can, you know, bind your click to the scroll wheel and use that in the game. So where's the... I've been through there before with two pieces or two, you know, modules attached. Somewhere there's a way to get in and not get completely just stuck. And that's not working. Oh, no, you don't. No. No. I think we need a terraformer gun just for the fact of getting the sea truck unstuck in places. There we go. I made it. I think that's one where I'd have to like just drop down with the prawn suit rather than try to bring it in with me. I think I remember finding another way in from another spot that's a little bit more accessible, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm gonna grab plenty of ruby. And there we go. Thermal plant fragment. We'll get some of these. That's going to help. Since that's basically our equivalent now of, you know, metal salvage. Since we're not getting metal salvage everywhere. And I don't get why not. We do have basically pieces of satellite falling. Or not satellite, space station falls around us. I don't get why we don't find at least an occasional piece of metal salvage. You think that would be a thing. Like, maybe not as common as the original game, but still, like, you know, you go here and you might find a few pieces that are in this area because big chunk space station fell there. Alright. Got copper here, which I've got plenty of copper. We got more copper, so if I need copper, I know where to come now. There's plenty down here. Some more up top with the lower section. This is just like, I'm going to need a 10 module long sea truck in the end. Just to have even a reasonably close functionality to what the Cyclops yields in the original game. Alright, we got some good outcroppings there. And we're just continuing on downwards. Which is fine. I know I'll get supplies, but this is... I'm definitely finding this one harder to get the supplies I would need for building really big. You know, there's just not enough respawning right now that I see from outcroppings. And, you know, the resources you might need in places. It's just not very quick with that. And relying on all of this for most of my titanium is making me have a lot of extra stuff and not a lot of titanium. And we're below her little house, her little base. Which, let's face it, this would be an ideal spot to build if she didn't already have her base there. If she didn't have a spot already taken over, I would totally be building a base down here in this spot. Because it's a great location. It's just kind of a pain to get to. Do I still play the Long Dark? No, Peter. I kind of got away from that one because I just didn't find it really that enjoyable. It's just very, I mean, it's definitely set to be more realistic to that style of experience, like what you would be seeing in that type of experience, but it was just extremely dull to me. Like, I mean, just, you know, playing for a very long period, and I felt like I didn't do anything. Just wandering around, just not doing much at all. And so I kind of got away from it. And that was significant timing right there. 4% or 4 out of 200. Something like that. It was low. It was down there. And, oh, we got scan. More titanium and such. Alright, so good spot if I add the prawn suit, or more importantly, some kind of little hand drill option. You know, something I just go up to it and drill using that instead. Oh. Guy sounded like he was right next to me. I thought I was about to be attacked and eaten. It was just so off in the audio. Like, it really, I thought he was right next to me, I was about to be in its jaws. Ooh. Something about to unlock. No, that's half of it, but I needed it. Ah, yeah, this is where I was seeing earlier. I can actually come in through this area. Planter module. Okay, I think, yeah, this is one. Oh, no, that's just leads back up to her. I felt like there was an area I found that was just really easy to get out of from here, and made it a great spot to use. I just can't remember where. Still not comfortable with all the twisting and turning of these caverns. Is there anything I could do inside the sea truck modules? Well, I mean, if they're detached, you can still use the storage. And you can still open the aquarium module stuff to, like, basically you can access the storage aspects of it. Actually, we'll detach. And then I have to climb out. And I'm going to come around. Even though it looks like I'm reattached. I'm not. So, yeah, I can still access storage. And the weird thing is, I have light in the storage module, despite having it not attached for power, which doesn't make any sense. And then I have, you know, an aquarium module. I can't remember if it has light, but it does let you open. I think it actually loses the power for the lights, but you can open the storage aspect of it and be able to interact with that. But anything else, you can't do much. You cannot do, I mean, your fabricator does nothing. There's nothing valuable to have it with. I mean, there's nothing useful for it to do unless you have the sea truck attached, which is why I've said they need to incorporate some mechanic of a power production wall, something where you could put power cells in on the fabricator module and let it be the power production, power supply for the modules when they're detached from the sea truck. That way you have a standalone base function to it, because you do not need to have it attached to the sea truck for it to work. That sounds just like right there. And then, you know, it would improve on other modules. The sleeper module, I haven't messed with that much just because it's really a cosmetic element right now. But I would assume that maybe the bed works, the jukebox doesn't when it's detached. I just think they need to really do some better work with the modules, because the whole portable base thing doesn't really work when you want to leave that base in an area for later use. Maybe you want to leave like a little storage thing somewhere, or storage and production, so you can wander around with your prawn suit, and when you come back, have a place for some production using your prawn suit as your mobility, rather than having to rely on the sea truck. But if you don't have the sea truck attached, you can't fabricate anything. So it really kind of eliminates that whole element of it. I want to load up some more on titanium, because we got another scan here. Another player module fragment. Again, from what I've been seeing, I think they're taking it out of the game, so you won't have the planter module, despite the fact you can scan and unlock it, which is very frustrating. I was looking forward to that module, and then it can't be built. Bella, thank you for the subscribe if you were with us. I think I'm almost out of... Well, I'm out of storage space in the sea truck. I'm almost out of storage space, I think, in my inventory, too, still. I guess it's time to head back. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this area right here with the sea truck. It's just not that maneuverable. Yeah, there we go. Eugen, please stop spamming or I'll have to silence you. Alright, B Brothers, thanks for hanging out. And hey, Victory Shout, thanks for joining in. In the detached modules, you get light in the storage modules and oxygen, yeah, conveniently. But there's no power production for them to have that, because everything is supposed to be relying on the actual sea truck providing power through the 2 power cells in it. And again, it removes that whole, if this is supposed to be a deployable base, you can take it and leave it somewhere. That doesn't actually give you any functionality then. Yeah, this right now is just PC. It will be console whenever they have finished the game, because they're gonna have to, you know, complete the game to do the take it out full early access, and then be moving towards the console version. So you're looking months away, and honestly, I'm expecting any day now a new announcement saying, hey, so yeah, we said we're not going to do any more updates until we did the full release drop, but here's an update with the first part of the new storyline. I'm expecting that because it seems like they would have to do that, otherwise they're taking a big risk that they're going to say, here's the new storyline at full release. Because if people don't like it, then they didn't take any time to, you know, they didn't test it at that point. At that point, it's, you just threw it out there and hoped that it worked. And I just don't see that happening for them. I think they're going to have to do at least a test run on certain elements. One, you're going to need to make sure there's no weird bugs that you're not seeing in your, you know, testing and, you know, your development side of things. Also, just the fact you're going to need to see how much people like or dislike it. If people are not liking it, then you want to go back. That's why we have a new storyline. There, you know, enough responses of people not liking the story as it is that we now have a new story coming in. And that's where I need to get some food. So wrong button. Forgot that. Yeah, it used to be you could actually eat while you were holding, like, opening the inventory of it. Now you can't. Wish they would adjust the controls again. I understand they're trying to make things more consistent on certain things, but it's removing some of the capabilities. Like, why can't I not just sit here and eat while I'm replanting? 500 energy there. How much do I have here? 0, but it's active. Well, we're gonna get, because I don't want to be entirely dependent on the nuclear reactor, because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come back and find that it's drained, because everything was going through it entirely, and I've been gone for a while. I'm going to make sure to put some stuff in here. That should cover for a little bit. Okay, decorations. We've got supplies. But, like, you know, I'm not going to do it in the bedroom, but hey, a little vending machine set up here could be cool. We'll do a vending machine, coffee machine. We'll give ourselves a little counter for, you know, where our food is being put together, and then we can have a little table to the side here, and we'll need a little swivel chair. Let's put it right here, like that. All right, glass. And I don't have enough. I don't have enough for glass, and I keep doing that right-click thing. I mean, that's convenient, but I wish I could turn it off. It's just, it's not convenient for me. So, do I have any glass or quartz anywhere? I actually did have some space left. Oh, there we go, some quartz. I'm gonna keep that here just in case I don't actually need it in the end. There we go, that's 2 glass. That should be all I need. Alright, and oh yeah, gotta make glass first, so we go this, take that out, there we go. Hello, Bella and Richie. Or Richie, you might be saying hello to Bella. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so we got that. You know, we'll do... I got a fridge over there. Might move the fridge over here and let that be more storage in the production. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the fridge right here. And that will give me a little bit more space right here, make it a little bit more consistent. And I'm just going to keep the fish frozen alive in case, you know, we need them for fuel production in the end. So I think I'm doing pretty good right now. Look at this, 3,000. And that's 500. That's 2,500. And that's 0. So I think because that was the first one I made, it's actively draining from it. And taking the power from it to recharge the battery and power cell. And then this is also feeding in any of the extra pull. And that means I'm probably not even touching anything from the nuclear reactor right now. It's probably not producing any or using any power from it. You know, we're going to need a trash can too. We'll do the trash can here. Gotta be clean and dispose of stuff. I don't think I'm going to do a jukebox here because that seems counterproductive if I put in music playing where we're trying to be secretive. It just doesn't seem like it would be a good fit. And we'll just do an aquarium for the visual nature of it, which means I'll need some quartz now. Let's go like this. Hopefully I'm not going to be eaten. Well, let's see. So that's what it looks like with the lights on the sea truck off and everything. And you come down and they're like, oh, hey, a little bit of light down here. Got some production. We got some light shining there. Weirdly, I'm not sure why that's shining there. We got like that. Specifically aimed along a certain area, like there's a light coming down from above. Oh yeah, you come in, you got a nice little hidden base. Nicely tucked away. And you know what? We might do a window there now. So I can see outside to see my sea truck being eaten by the Chelicelerate sneaking in through the wall. Hello, Eugen. Let's go get quartz. Which I think I am going to have to bring the prawn suit with me at this point. Just because I'm finding so many... You know what? Actually, that's a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and get the prawn suit. And at the same time, drop everything I've got still in this off. Aside from titanium. I'll keep the titanium. But all the extra, like the ruby and all that I really don't think I'm going to need so much of there. We'll take back to the main base and use it from there when I need it later. And grab the prawn suit and the docking module, come back. And I know I saw one recently over here. We had some titanium outcropping. So we could build something up here. I think that's one of the overhangs where you look out from. Like, yeah, I could build something there for a base. And we've got a floaty. We got a pair of floaters. Look at that. They're still floating in the sky. Incorrectly. I'm sorry I killed you, Mr. Arrow Ray. That's so weird we get the effect of, you know, one or two of those will float up into the sky just randomly. Was I gonna paint the base? I would, if it would work well enough for me to put in the control room. I tried putting in the control room, and every place I wanted to place it, it gave me some weirdness with some of the decor aspects. I might still throw one outside towards the front, but I was really trying to keep things tucked away. We'll see. I'll make sure I keep enough stuff when we go back in a moment to carry what I need for the control room. We'll try one more time, see if I can find a nice little spot for it, maybe tucked back behind everything towards the wall. And then we'll paint it. I'm thinking we could go a little bit brighter color, make it stand out more, but, you know, being a secret base, painting it black would probably make it really blend in, other than the fact I put a window in and you can get the light coming from inside. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. Yes, like that. Actually, no, I'm on the wrong end. Alright, yeah, I'm on the wrong. Actually, I'll have to wiggle that forward. I'll swim it. And I want to replace this battery too. Let's see. Yeah, let me grab everything I can. Especially the lithium. Gee, that was a good run for lithium. At least I got that going for me right now. When I had like no lithium recently. And that's good right there. And we'll let this partially charge since it is bugged and will not charge one of the power cells to full capacity. And there we go. Let's see. Yes. Finally getting a stockpile of lithium again. I feel like I should have maybe a third container for it now. And too many. Let's see. Yeah, I've left that because I'm not using that here. Got some gold. And that's, I don't have, nope. Actually do need a bit of gold. Silver, barely need it. There we go. Alright, so let's see. I am going to need, you know what, easy method. Control room. Advanced wiring kit, that's the big thing. Glass, titanium is not a problem. So the advanced wiring kit, I'll grab some water. Actually, too much salt, so... What did I put in these? Oh, there, okay. Alright, so advanced wiring kit. Of course, I need, yeah, 2 gold. And 3 gold. 2 copper wire, 2 table coral samples, until, yeah, so slowly getting myself back into remembering this stuff. I got so used to not having to remember it, because as long as I had the supplies, I could build it with the Easy Craft mod. Now I don't have that, now I'm clicking the wrong thing. There we go, alright, 2 copper. What was it? I got a storm. 2 copper and 2 table coral sample, which I might be running low on that. That could be a problem. Yeah, the vent gardens are not supposed to be floating in the air like that. That's just a visual or a bug, I guess, in terms of their spawning placement. It's just something, it happened previously in this game save. I didn't have it happen in my video series game save until after it did it in here. And then once it did it here, it happened again for me in that save as well. So it's like just something really weird going on with it. I think it said 2 glass, right? Nope, 1 glass. Alright, well... actually have a good number, so we'll leave that. Let's see how much did I... oh, you know what? Let's actually eat some food first. And I'm getting pelted by hail inside my base. Another lovely bug that will hopefully be fixed before full release. And it's all because of the way it treats the ceiling and the height at that point. It treats it like I still have water at that level. And there's a few cases I've actually gone in and been able to see it at my like eye level in the game. It's very buggy. Alright, we're gonna dump that. If I can get out. I'll swim this around. But it's so heavy I can propel it so readily with my feet. There we go. And now we're gonna take this with me. And see, this one fully charges. The prawn suit is fully charged. Or actually, I think I did that intentionally because it was doing the same thing, not charging correctly. There we go. Let's look. Yeah, I can't see the power values there, but let's 199. Oh, it fixed. That's interesting. Last time it would only charge one cell to full power. Now it just did both. Timmy, you awake? He's gone to sleep. If you're not first, you're last. That's a good Ricky Bobby quote. Alright, so we'll see if we can paint the, or, you know, make the control room finally in a decent location there and change the color of the base. I want to see if I can find some good resource spots along the way. And of course we're in a whiteout, so I can't see the island, but I think I'm in the right direction at this point. You can kind of see it right there, that little weird glitch with the visuals. You change from the water to the open air, you can see it. Same thing that happens with the glass windows in places. Let's see, where... I know I saw it. There was a titanium deposit somewhere along the side here. Like between the vents and the mountain. There it is. Let's park. I'm gonna go this way because the exit there doesn't work always, and that's not what I wanted to do there. Alright, at least I can still kind of see it and drill it. There we go. Okay, I was starting to worry if that was not going to work because it was taking so long in that first drill. Has Timmy had a busy day? No. He got me up really early because he had to pee. Because he decided last night before bed he didn't need to pee. He didn't need to go out. So he didn't go out like he normally would. So he had to get me up really early to go pee. And then after that, we were visiting the neighbor and her dog, as he likes to do. And he got in a very playful mood, was playing with some of the toys, and then I left him to take a nap. Well, he took a nap, but he also chewed on one of his little chew sticks for a while as I went and did some errands, and then, yeah, here we are. So he has not had a busy day. He has basically been playing and lounging around all day. So he's going to be energetic later, I'm sure. I'm sure when we're done with the stream, he's going to be ready to play, and he's just going to rip apart one of his toys at that point. Or at least try to. He likes to see if he can slaughter his different animal toys. He has nearly dismembered one of his squirrels. He's got one of the legs is hanging halfway off because he's ripped through it. And at some point we'll have to restuff it and reattach it. And he's got another toy, he's ripped like a seam loose, broken the seam on the side of it, so the whole side is starting to open up. And one of his other toys I had to take away from him because he was trying to get the squeaker ball out of it. And he had almost succeeded. He is not gentle on toys. He is a very aggressive chewer, considering his size. He rips through stuff that's meant for bigger dogs. And I've given him treats that are meant for really big, strong chewing dogs, and he tears through them like it's nothing. You know, so, oh, this lasts my Labrador, you know, half a day, and Timmy's done in 15 minutes. Let's, actually, yeah, we're gonna take it in here, because it'll just be easier. And here we go. Into the dark. I mean, it's already pretty dark. I mean, yeah, I shine a light on it, you see white. But if I'm not shining a light, then you don't really get that. So that could be enough. Alright, let me make sure I can't. I did not make glass from that. We'll make the glass. Oh. Hey, my power's gone up because this stuff has stopped. Even though you know, the light flickering, I always think like, crap, the power is going out, but it's actually an effect of the lightning flashes from storms. That's just been doing that for a while. I'll have it, it'll be like, oh yeah, lightning flash, and it's really just the storm causing it. And oh yeah, that's what it was. It would not let me build on the end this time for some reason. I don't know why. Like that I can build. But I can't, I can build there, but I can't get it to let me build on the outer edge anymore for some weird reason, and I just don't get why that suddenly happened. 'Cause I've got stuff built on the outer edges. And see, now it's not letting me build. It's not letting me build on the upstairs part. It's letting me build. There it goes. Okay. So now I have an upstairs. Alright, and we're going to do the window, which is the other piece of glass, if I get in. And there we go. Got a way to look out. Even though that kind of actually gets in the way, just a little bit. Not exactly the visual I was looking for. Is there a better place? I wonder if I could get it to build above the scanner room. That would be nice. How many unfinished biomes are there? I really can't say how many are unfinished. I just know there's several areas I've come across that show to be unfinished. Like, you know, you could tell they're going to be adding something, and they just haven't done it yet. Oh, now it's wanting to build over on this one. But yeah, you can see, I mean, you know, depending on how they divide certain things up, you might have one that counts as, like a big area that counts as 2 biomes, or it might count as 1 biome. I know in the past versions, when I was playing, there were some areas I was like, okay, this is going to be a new biome later. And it actually ended up being 2 biomes, where they were splitting them. So, let's just call it the ghost pepper, because it's hidden. Or the ghost pep, since I can't type any further. What? Ghost pepper, fine. There we go. And we're going to do base color, which I am too close for that to let me target. Alright, so we're going to do that. And red. I'm gonna do like a darker red. And then yeah, we'll just go with we'll just go with white for the name. I love how it still says vehicle upgrade console. Like they didn't even take the time to change that piece of the code. Alright, that's going. So we're good there. I'll go ahead and swap this and let this recharge. That'll have me prepped and ready before I go. We'll do the same for the power here. I am going to have to go and find some quartz. I know where that's at. That's close enough. We'll use the prawn suit strictly for that. Because I do want to come back and finish that aquarium and put some fish in there. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe we go grab a triops or something to put in.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oop. And let's see how it looks now. And well, that still shows white because of the weird bugs with the game and the coloring of the base. If you build something, the part above or below it is going to show a white panel instead of a colored panel. It seems to be the case. Oh, I hear him. I hear crypto. I know there was... Well, last time I was attacked constantly in this, which is one reason I didn't want to use this earlier. Especially, it was like right over here, there was that Chili that would not leave me alone. Even leaving the prawn suit sitting there, he came after it. And there we go. I remember there was one area, this vent garden or the other one. There was, I'm pretty sure, a quartz drillable spot, but at least I'm going to get some more copper. Always will need copper later. So again, while I'm drilling this, go ahead and take time. Now we're just past the hour mark. To mention for anybody who's joined in, if you check the description below, because it's February, because it's Valentine's month, we're going to share the love. And if you can't afford to, there's 2 links in the description below to show support for the Australian bushfires, to either help with replanting trees, rehoming animals, or adopting animals that need medical care as a result. So there's different options there, but if you feel like sharing the love this month, then that's what you can do. You can go there and, you know, donate some money. If not, then, you know, just mention it to somebody else if you know somebody who could donate. And let's, you know, help out, because the bushfires were a big disaster, and we do need to get some trees replanted, save some animals. And so, yeah, 2 links in the description below if you want to help out with that. And do that as part of our Share the Love theme this month. Just share the help of where it's needed. So be sure to click that if you can. And now, there we go. There's some quartz. I've never seen one around here. And then we've got the ones down in the tunnel path too. I might actually, you know, go grab the sea truck for that little trip. Just to make it a little bit easier. I think we might do a, and once this is done, I'll do this run here. We'll go back. I'll do some more decorating. We'll get it done, and then we'll hop in, drive around looking for a new building spot. I know I want to build on the mountain at some point, but I just don't want to do it yet. I want to find another good underwater spot, and I think I see Yeah, we got over there. Over there. Got a scan. There we go. Some more titanium. It seems very restricted on the crawl suit when I drill 2 deposits and the second deposit puts me over my inventory space. That seems so limited. You can't even drill 2 full deposits. There we go. Another quartz. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, look, some titanium and some copper right there, too. Alright, let's repair this. Stuart, if you're with us, thank you for the subscribe. Yeah, we'll do that. I think it was just 3 pieces I ran out of room for. Definitely going to be filling the need for like 5 or 6 storage modules today. Hi, Rudy. Thanks for joining in. There we go. Good. So this is going to get my stockpile of titanium up again at least. Which I'm going to need when we start building another base. Hopefully this stuff is going to start respawning soon. Otherwise we're going to be on like a more of a finite amount of material, and I might not be able to build the really big bases in this game without mods to help with production. That means like the deep driller mod, CC. We'll be expecting that one to be ready to go. I think there was one I saw in here. Oh, let's pick a fight. Come here. Ah, ha, ha, ha. That's what you get for putting me on an acid trip. Yeah, I think I'm going the right direction. There it is, yeah, that's right. I've got a marker now for the base. The Ghost Pepper. And of course, my Sea Moth has the name, or Sea Truck now has the name Base, because the way they use the vehicle upgrade console as the basis for the control center, you know, naming and coloring console. So you change your name, like it defaults to Base. Apparently it messes with the Sea Truck and keeps wanting to name it Base. Alright, there we go. Got that momentum. This is so different today that I'm not being just constantly attacked by that Chelly that's over there. Or was over in this area last time. I'm thinking he got stuck in the wall because it sounded like he was in here earlier doing stuff. And now he's not here. I don't hear him at all.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
A little lag. Let's see, I've got quartz and it was 2 glass for the aquarium. Well, the resources do respawn in the original game. It's just at a very weird way. I mean, I've seen the resources respawn quite a bit because I was able to do it. It's just I had to go way out of the area and come back, and then you can see like, oh hey, look, there's tons of metal salvage again that in an area that I completely cleared and came back, and hey, it's all back again. You know, there's things like that. It's the big outcroppings are the problem. I don't see them respawning as quickly in the original game or in this one. And other than blueprint scans, which also don't seem to be respawning, that's like the best way to get titanium. You know, you don't have regular metal salvage anymore in this. And let's face it, you know, I know as much as you want to say this is a survival game, it's not. Other than the fact of not getting eaten by a monster, it's not really a survival game, because you get past that point of survival needs very quickly. It doesn't take much to get yourself set up to where the survival needs are no longer a problem. I mean, how much am I struggling for food and water, you know, at this point now? I'm not. I'm perfectly fine. It's perfectly acceptable to go till I get low, because I know I've got food available. I've got water available. So no, this is not really, in my opinion, a real survival game where you're constantly fighting with food. You know, not like Green Hell, where if you eat the wrong thing, it makes you sick. It might give you a parasite, and you have to go find something to eat. Otherwise, you're going to be losing health, losing energy. You know, this is not like that. This is an exploration and building game with story. Yes, you got to worry about food and water, but again, it becomes trivial once you get things kind of going in the game. Alright, we have power, we have food production, we have lighting outside, we have some decor inside. I need to put some fish in that bit of decor. I guess you're going to start the visual there, Mr. Hoopfish. Come here. Somebody... Wish they would get rid of the schools that you can't interact with. There we go. We got one in there. Much smaller when they're in the aquarium. And... see how this looks. I think that's good. I think that will keep it going for a little while. We'll do one in here just to balance it out. I don't want to make it match too much on that side. And where did I put... oh yeah, we're going to toss these in here. And make sure I've got plenty of power for this to last for a while. There we go. Alright, so base is done. The secret base is finished. We've got our control room. We got a scanner room. We got the dark outside. We got a little bit of light up top with some outside production. And it's, yeah, you swim downwards. I mean, yes, there's light right now because of the vehicles. But you swim in, you're not going to see any light from the base. Even though you've got that, that does make it a little bit more obvious. But granted, we do have little lights all around it. If we didn't have that, I'd probably leave the window out just to make it more hidden. So yeah, let's call it an end to this base, to the ghost pepper base, because it's secretive like a ghost. It's hiding. It's there, but then it's not. And now we'll go look for more resources and a new place to build. Use the fish tank as an elevator. Well, I only have 2 floors on that one. I'm not building any higher. There's not room to build higher. And I'll probably do that in another spot where instead of building an elevator with like ladders, because the way, you know, original game, you could click, 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 click going up, it would be no problem. Going down, you might have it where you click and then it would bounce you back upwards because you click too quickly. But it, you know, in this, you click on the ladder and then it puts you behind the ladder and you have to turn around to click again, and then you have to turn around to click again. So I definitely if I build a really tall structure, I am not going to use ladders to go up the structure. So I might do one where I build the multi-purpose rooms in a big stack using the alien containments, or basically a water elevator, like you said. But it's also a weirdness that, you know, I either build them in the middle of each big room going all the way up, or I build it off to the side. So it'll probably end up being one I build to the side, because it doesn't let you stack them on top or underneath the big rooms, which is disappointing. I would think that that would be an option, to stack them right underneath on a big room. Should be some place where it can click in and fit with that. Now I gotta pay attention to my depth, because can't go too deep. Now I don't want to build a base here in this area just yet, because I'm so close to this last one. And if I was going to build in this area, I'd probably build with the big, you know, hand spot. Even though I know there's supposed to be a problem if you build around it. Cuts part of the terrain off. I just think that would be the most visual place to build. We might see if we could build something on top of the vent garden. I'd like to know if it actually treats it as a buildable platform. And we're going to be loaded up with supplies at the end of this. Mostly quartz, titanium, and copper. We'll have to make pit stops going back to drop supplies off. I know that. And come on. I'm so going to have a drill damage mod to increase speed on this. Is there another one right here? I don't see any. Also, somebody, if the devs don't fix it before full release, somebody needs to fix it where you can actually access storage of your prawn suit while it's docked on here, because it's visually right there. Like, there's no excuse. Why can't I access the prawn suit storage or the upgrades right here, or the power cells? They are visibly available. It's right there. There's nothing in the way, and yet I can't do it. That needs to be fixed. Is that having to remember to empty your storage from the prawn suit before you dock it? Irritating. Now we got another quartz down there. I do like the idea of plenty of quartz because of glass. Let's do this. Let's go, let's drop. Actually, we'll just take this. That way, if I need some quartz, if this works, I have quartz. Now, this would be an interesting place to build, if it will let me. Just because, I mean, look at that visual. It looks almost like a domed city, in a way. No. Devs said no, you cannot build on top of the vent garden. I can build... Oh, actually... Let me do that again. I hear it. It's a little thunk. I actually made a little thunk. Whoa! He's shrinking! Water must be cold. Yeah, a little thunk. Look, look. I'm not doing anything. That's not me moving upwards. That is it either blowing me upwards or shrinking. Oh no. I hear it. He's on my tail. That's funny. That's not funny that they shrink. Or act like they shrink. It's like they move downwards, it seems. At some point, I will have to use a trick to build in one of these. Drop down. I must be getting propelled upwards because... Yeah, okay, so he's not shrinking. He's just propelling me upwards with a gassy expulsion. Let's do this. He's blowing hot air up my tail. To, you know, say that phrase a little bit more nicely, a little more politely. Alright, let's see. Thermal plant. I can get close again. So the thermal plant, it almost does want to let me build it. But not the rest of the base stuff. Let me try just the plain rack. No, it's not going to do that. I'm not even over the top area. You can build thermal plants on top, but you cannot build a base component on top. That's interesting. Hi, Tina Briss. Yeah, there's definitely still even bugs in there. I don't think I should be eaten by him. How many? They're supposed to be feeding off the vent down below them. I've got an idea. I didn't want to build a base this close. But if well, I need to drill here real quick while I'm right by it. But just the fact that I know I should be able to build the thermal vent or thermal plant, and it's weird, it's acting like it's not enough power. Not enough thermal heat there. But I want to try this. I want to see, because I know, you know, we've got tricks on how to build floating bases. I've done it. I'm going to do that, and we're going to build a platform and see what it does if I can build around it. Because, let's face it, making it look like I'm sitting on top of that would be really cool. Make it look like I'm visually sitting on top of that vent garden. That's where my base is built. Would just be a really neat visual to a base. Can't say it wouldn't be. That would be cool. It looks like a glowy type enclosed underwater city dome. Definitely one of the more visually interesting ones. You got a little there's a little dangly ball right there inside. Oh, don't you start with me. At least it's not the Chelly over here. Alright, here we go. So, that looks to be a good height right there. So if I was to build, well, that might be a little too tall. Oh yeah, and again, you gotta complete them for it to actually place what you might want. Yeah, this will take a moment. If it'll let me go. No. Oh, yeah, it is. Let me go one more. And that's the extent. So, yeah, I'll have to keep that one. Snap. Snap, snap, snap. Come on. Okay, there we go. I'm actually not that bad. It's almost to the dead center of it. Let's see. Yeah, it won't go any. Well, it did for a second. I just noticed it's very iffy at times if it'll target right when you don't have it already connecting to the next one. Oh, I got it. Yeah, alright, so this is the new base location, so we're gonna need just to try and make this, I guess, visually line up. Let me see if I can get down lower. That is kind of a problem when it's like, oh, okay, so that's not gonna work. Wait, no, big room. Can I do it? I can. So, question now is, do I want to build a big room over top, or do I want to try to line up this, like that, like having, because that's dead center, pretty much. I think I'm going to go with this. We're going to do the multi-purpose room as like the central point, just because it lines up so nicely. And there we go, I have a new base! That's going to have stuff coming out on each side like that. Alright, so I didn't want to build this close, but we're going to anyway because, you know, it's going to look neat. Have an observatory in the center? That's kind of a interesting idea. I wonder if I could get that to line up still the same way. We'll try that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do an observatory in the center. Now that I've got that kind of, you know, built there, this should keep it from messing up. Okay, so I would have to... Well, it's not even wanting to let me rotate it. Oh, okay, that's a problem. Yeah, it's not letting me rotate. I can't rotate the observatory. So that's not going to happen because I can't get it to point that way like I want. And that means if it's in the middle, I really want it to be like a passing point where I'm walking between two sides. And that looks kind of just like a good spot where that could be where everybody comes in, maybe build like the moon pools off, and then we have stuff coming out to the sides. Which, oh, this, I'm going to have so much reinforcement elsewhere on this because I want to have a visual of this where I can maybe like be looking out, look down kind of thing. Too bad we don't have a way to do a window on the floor. I want to put a window there. I want to be walking on glass. And I'm out of titanium. Alright, more titanium. So I hopefully still have plenty. Or possibly not. Well, I have the praw suit now. We're going to do some drilling for stuff like that. But yeah, there we go. We're going to have... I feel like this has got to be a larger facility type thing. Let's see. Oh, yes. That's actually going to work really well in terms of visuals. Ah! Just try to build in your turf. I know this is your place, but get out of here. Oh yeah, I need plasteel ingots, so that's not going to be a problem. But that, let's take a look. Visually, how does this line up enough? I mean, I'm not going to be dropping down over the sides, which would be kind of cool to have make this like a mega base, though I don't know of enough decoration stuff without modding to make it worth building that big. But yeah, I don't want to have just a super long tube on each side right now. We might do that in another game later to do that. But yeah, that could work. And then we'll do this. And I'm going to move this back. And can't do much more right now because of hull strength, but we at least mark where it's going to be. See how it's going to act. Okay. So, moon pool, large room. We'll do another large room, like over on this side, top thing. And then we have like another moon pool there. We'll be building on top of this thing. So now, power. I can get in close enough. I don't have anything for aerogel right now with me. Or I may have ruby. I don't have the gel sacks, which I could actually need anyway. Alright, let's put supplies up. And I'll just... We'll have to go get some other stuff. But, hey, yeah, new base location, so I need some supplies for it. And this is the lower position one, not the top one that leads into the cavern system. This is the one above the alien drill site. Yeah, we need, like, glass flooring options, or at least... I mean, we've got glass ceilings now for the topmost level. Give us glass flooring. You know, that would be really good, too. If it wasn't for that being in the center of it, which... Let's actually look and see if... Worst case... Small transmitter, power transmitter to feed... Which hopefully won't be a problem this distance. Okay, still giving me that yellow like it's not enough heat right here. We might be supplementing in this area. And again, such a interesting thud from me bumping into it. There's just that little bit of a thunk when I hit. Alright, let's base one. There's the ghost pepper. We'll go through here and see if there's any more titanium outcroppings, which I'm sure there are. I remember seeing some. Just question if I come across them in the right spot. And again, the other spot that I would want to build is right here on the hand. If they get that fit. I remember somebody saying in a comment that if they built on the hand and when they did it, it locked the entire top of the hand structure off and then it didn't come back. It's just a big problem. So if they fix that for full release, I would definitely build around the big hand. And this could be a really interesting project spot with enough supplies available. Build from the hand and have built out sections that connect over to each of the big vent gardens as like a research station. That would be a really good visual. And I said, yeah, more quartz. Definitely going to be using a lot of glass, I would say, on that base to have plenty of visual spots for looking out.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But I gotta worry about integrity as well, too. So we're gonna need plenty of titanium and lithium still. Now, I still haven't made it back to the cave where the prawn suit gets scanned. I went in there and I did drill out some of those deposits just because I wanted to see at some point, far future, hours of gameplay later, if I go back and they've respawned, they've refilled. Or, you know, well, no, I didn't do the in-wall deposits. I did a couple of those. I did a bunch of the ones on the floor area. So that'd be a good spot to go in because I haven't been there in a while. Be able to see, hey, look at these, you know, the big drillable chunks have respawned. And we'll kind of know that that sort of stuff is going to respawn. You might just have to be away for a significant amount of time. Like in the original game, you kind of have to be gone for a while. And I did not mean to target that. I love how I'm kicking with my feet and flippers, and I have enough leg strength to move 2 storage modules, a docking module, and the prawn suit. And yet, without a horsepower upgrade, this is how fast the sea truck moves. Obviously, the sea truck does not have a lot of power to its engines. I would say if they were going to keep it where you have this much detriment to your speed by adding modules to it, they're going to have to make it where if you try to swim with more than 1 module, you cannot move. Because it just wouldn't make sense that I'm sitting there swimming, pushing along that much weight, but the sea truck with turbines can't move any faster than this. I think I'm actually on pace with my swimming at this point. We'll go make... I've got plenty of supplies there. We'll make the plasteel ingots and some reinforcements for that new base. So at least I can get something going, maybe get inside real quick. And then I've got to find gel sacks. Plus I need some food. And this could end up being the ultimate big base of the game map for me. Let's see, we need 4 lithium and 10 titanium. I know I got some lithium down there, but I think I still have some I kind of didn't grab out of here. Yep, okay, there's 2.
Seek fluid intake.
4. Okay. And well, that's 5. There we go. So that's the plasteel ingots. And there we go to the secret base. Now that does stick out a little bit too much. That's why I didn't want to build in the front with it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh yeah, let's get food so it won't whine about me needing fluid. Again. I want my ability to eat while I'm accessing that inventory. I want that brought back.
Stabilizing.
Because I can only switch containers. That original game, you can still like, oh yeah, I want to eat, and then I click this button to assign it to the other container. That worked. Make it where I can't assign it to a container at all, doesn't work. Oh yeah, I got magnetite. I just need gel sacks. So we'll have this. So I can at least get that room done. Very far down, so we're not going to have the option for doing solar power. So I guess a bioreactor is going to be the initial one if I have everything I need. I know silver and lubricant. We got lubricant here, so we got plenty of silver here. That's a wiring kit and 3 titanium, so I got that covered. All right, so we can at least build the main room single bioreactor just to get some power going. Obviously, I need a hatch to get in. And we need reinforcements for it to not start breaking everything. So, say 6 titanium, 2 lithium for 2 reinforcements should be enough. So 8 titanium and a quartz. Plus, I need 3 titanium for that, so I really need 11 titanium now at this point. Alright, so I'm short just a little bit. Not by much. Oh, we need 1 quartz. Yep, we need that quartz. Well, I got, as I said, need lithium too. Yeah, because I'm going to need lithium. Do I have any more in here? No. I think I took everything else out. So we need gel sacks for aerogels, and just for planting anyway. I'll have to do some planting at this base, which I am going to really work on this other one. This is going to be like a visually interesting one to do. We might do like, if I extend it far enough out on the sides, I might do the do columns of multi-purpose rooms with the alien containments, and then do like glass, so it's like a elevator with glass windows so you can see out. If not, we might just do alien containments in the middle of the rooms for climbing up and down that way. Plus giving me a lot of fish production for bioreactor, and I can see the magnetite or the thermal plant right there. Can't see the base, but I can see the unfinished thermal plant shining. And there we go. We're getting some of the structure showing, and there we go. Hope they fix that in full release as well, so it doesn't do that little, here's the side panels showing first and all that. Alright, we've got supplies to build the big room. I'm going to first, as much as I would like to have this all be just visibly open windows for looking down, we're not going to do that right now. We're going to throw that on and throw another one on, which, oh yeah, I don't have the other lithium, so that at least gives me enough to cover this. Yep, so we're good on that. And for now, we'll throw a hatch on here so I can get in and out.
Warning, emergency
and yeah, we got
only. Oxygen production
a nice bit of glow to it in a way. Kind of like you see just that little bit of glow from everything. And yeah, once that's built, we'll have that there. We should have some more glow hopefully coming up through the moon pool if the lights are off. I think they need to add a light control switch still, like we have in the, like that mod for one, to turn the lights off without having to go to the control room and turn each room off. Just turn the lights off in the whole place. That needs to be a thing. All right. I have like 2 titanium left. But yeah, we're gonna have to go grab some supplies from elsewhere. Now, I'm gonna put. Actually, yeah, that. So miss my easy craft. I had to worry so much more about organizing, or remembering where everything is. don't you attack me. There he goes. I guess that's the original base. There's that. So yeah, I'm going, I guess, this direction, which will put me back in line with the purple vents, which will have, or we occasionally have, like the gel sacks in there. So I might find some in that area, as well as maybe some more drillable spots. Timmy, wake up. You're being quiet. Which is a good dog. Be quiet. While I'm driving unhindered. Wonder about. Look. See? He's just so chill. He's perfectly calm and fine with sitting here. Timmy, I think you got gas, though. I smell something stinky from your end. Now, don't give me that look. You know you did it. It's your salmon treats, right? That's what it is. It's the salmon treats. Alright, another quartz one right there. I think that's one of the ones I was going to get last time, but I was being constantly attacked by the Chelocelerate. Just because my prawn suit was in the area. Even just sitting there with me not in it, he was attacking it. Oh, there it goes. I was like, I don't remember a big open spot like that in there, but I'm going to check it out. And then, bam, fills in finally. Oh, there's one. Fighting, the brute sharks. We got squid sharks over to the side. Oh, I see a scan. That's some titanium. All right, we're gonna hop out and risk it. Oh, I see another scan to the side there. Good, so that's some titanium. That should finish things off. That gives me enough for another reinforcement. And a little bit extra. You come here. I've taken you.
New creature discovered.
Alright. Why can't I scan this? That looks interesting, like I should be able to scan it. I got one aerogel, or one gel sack now. I'm gonna have to get some more to plant. Another scan. That's just floating in oh, storage. That's just floating. Not actually touching anything. I'm sure some point somebody's going to challenge me to do a base. How many hits do you get from this now? Okay, so that's different. Normally it's like 3 hits, and I just got that many. But was it like multiple gel sacks, like stacked on top of each other? Oh no. No. Yeah, he's coming for me. Hey, he's like, you're taking all my newt fish. That's newt a good idea. I just made the squid shark Canadian. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, titanium. I want to pick a fight with one of them and see what I can do to them. Because, I mean, you know, my fighting with the Chelly did not go so well last time. There, that frees up some space. Ah, there we go, some copper. That means I hopefully would have some titanium. There we go, there's a titanium spot. Cool, so we got, and quartz over there. I think I've got plenty of drilling to do now.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Copper, I surplus right now, but that's fine. What kind of dog is Timmy? He is a mutt. The closest they can relate him to is a dachshund. Or Dachshund, however you prefer to say it. But he's definitely got some kind of terrier in him. I wouldn't say rat terrier, but he's definitely got terrier in terms of his leg length. He's a lot longer legged than a Dachshund is, and he's got a longer body, but it's not as long. So he's got predominantly Dachshund, but he's got a good bit of like terrier in him, and something else. I feel like he's probably got maybe a little miniature pincher in him, something like that, just because of the way his ears do at times. And there we go. We're gonna clear a few pieces out. That's enough for now. Let me get the rest of these. And yeah, okay. Oh, nope, one more over here. I don't know how it got all the way over there, but it did. Which means I am going to get this titanium. Oh, 2 titaniums. All right, we are clearing this. I'm getting both of these. Oh, it's good, Tiny. How are you? I'm doing fine. Timmy's doing fine. He's curled back up, go to sleep again. He's just perfectly content to sit there, lay there, be fed a treat every now and then when he's got to go outside or he's just ready to play, he'll come around, pop his paws up on my leg, and just look at me all longingly. He's got the puppy dog eyes down pat, I'll tell you that. He's especially good at doing that when I have some interesting food that he wants a piece of. Alright, let's dump supplies. I think I might have to go back to the main base and just get a lot of supplies dropped off there, because I'm out of room. I am out of room. And I've still got that deposit. We'll go use a lot of the quartz and titanium. I would say I still need to have room to grab a few pieces of at least lithium on my way back. And I don't have room for that either. I'll have to grab some more lithium. I took everything else to the other base. Yeah, the lockers are extremely pathetically small. Again, I think they would have saved time if they had just made a custom module as the starting point. So you can be like, here's your, you add a module and you design it how you want, and then add elements like the planter module, the aquarium module, and stuff like that. Get rid of the whole, you know, fabricator module, storage module, make that all customized in a single module that can be just built however you need it to be. It would have been less graphical design work because you have just that one module to deal with. And Honestly, I mean, it's just, it would help so much more in the end, I think, to have that. You know, you limit what options in the custom module. Like, oh, you can't build a power cell charger, you can't build a battery charger, but you can build a fabricator and maybe have a special way that the modification station would mount to the wall. Like, you try to build and it builds a mounted version on the wall instead of just building it in the pathway. And then have, you know, option for wall lockers only. So you're not having something that's not secured. You know, it's mounted to the wall. And you'd have better storage, better functionality in the end. The Sea-Truck just does not add anything of real functional value to the game compared to the Cyclops in the end. It's really a bad design. Now, I want to say it's through there, because that's another set of finger vents. So we'll go here. Hopefully, I mean, I've got some supplies. We'll make some lockers I can drop supplies off inside. And then make the, oh, yeah, I'm going to have to do, I don't have my fabricator module, because for the most part, I never need the fabricator module. Just dead weight. So I'll need a fabricator real quick inside. I've got everything I need for it, which I think I do. And then we'll try finishing the thermal plant, see if it gives me some power. After I get my, let's see. I think, worst case, we gotta go to the hidden base again. Let's see, fabricator. Oh yeah, that's gonna be easy enough to build. Let's see, bioreactor, wiring kit, and lubricant. All right, I've got the lubricant. If I had room for it. Newt fish. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take those for decoration at the other one, or maybe decoration at this one. I know what I need to do. They need to make that panel, instead of eject the vehicle, access the vehicle, since you can't do it the other way anyway. Let's go and park up top. How about that? And now, assuming I don't have it snagged, and of course it's full. Titanium ingot, which I can't do yet until I have more. And of course, I'm going to need the lithium first for this. Yeah, alright, let's see. I guess I'm going to do that. We're going to do a storage locker.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Just to give me some space to throw stuff in right now. I am actually getting low on my power with this. Yeah, alright. Oh, actually, copper. I think it was 2. Go ahead and build that first. That way it's done. And then... No, I want to say I forgot to make the wiring kit. I brought the silver. I didn't make the wiring kit for the bioreactor that I'm gonna need. I got the lubricant. I didn't make the wiring kit. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I did it. So we'll leave the prawn. I'm afraid to leave the prawn suit, honestly. I'll come back and find it gone because the cello accelerant came back in and ate it while I was out, and there goes all my supplies, plus the prawn suit. Or, you know, this time it'll be one of the brute sharks, the bully sharks, whichever one it is. They'll decide that they want to attack it just because it's standing there. Alright, to the ghost pepper. Oh yeah, the truck should hold more. It doesn't, it's not just that it looks like it should hold more. It should just hold more from a realistic standpoint. I mean, not even being Navy, military, anything like that. Just look at movies. You see somebody with a submersible vehicle of that style. What do? They cram as much as they can into every bit of space possible, because you don't want to go down there and be like, you know what, we really should have had this in there, and you know that blank spot on the wall, that could have fit right there. Why didn't we put that in before we brought this down? You don't do that. You design it to put as much as possible in there. Same thing with like a Mars rover, lunar lander type stuff. They're not going to sit there and say, hey, we got this space here that we could use for something. You want to put something in there? No, we don't need it. It's visually appealing right now. Just leave it alone. Don't put anything there. No, they're gonna say, yes, I've got something that can fit there. That'll be a perfect fit right there. And they're gonna do that. You know, you're gonna have. Oh, that didn't even affect them. Alright. Yep, there we go. And he gets me all flipped around. Okay, there he is. He actually gave me a little help to get over here. But yeah, submersible, you're going to cram a lot of stuff in there. So, just based on the fact that there's open gaps, says right there that the design is not realistically accurate to what it should be, because they should have pretty much every available spot crammed with something for functionality, even in just something as simple as a storage module. So a storage module should have larger containers visibly, and they should be functionally larger, because right now they're not really fitting to what a submersible would have. They're not really that useful. We're going to take 4 to put in here. And I think I got the rest that I will need. So we're going to put like, yeah, we'll just do 2 on each side. That gives me a starting point. That turns into more the next time. And we'll be good. And then, where is it? There we go. Can eat.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And make my wiring kit that I need. So lubricant, wiring kit, I've got titanium. That should get me at least the bioreactor, and then I'll go ahead and take some fish with me now, specifically for you know, putting in there. And I think what I'm going to do is we'll put these here, because they're not going in. It's a 1 inventory spot size fish, and it won't go into the aquarium. So the fish is too big to fit in the aquarium, but it's still a single inventory slot, which seems a little backwards. I'm actually going to take 2 of the arrows, or 4 of the arrows. Yep. Yes, there are 4 of each. That should give me plenty. Of course, I'm at full power here because I'm not draining anything. Oh, you know what else I probably could, you know, be bothered to take, since this is going to be another base. And inventory full. There we go. About that. We'll replant. I've got 4 C's, so starting my food production at the new place. Or at least getting something set up so I'd have it. Oh. I heard him. Again, like right there. Right there, like he was coming in for the attack. That's just... They need to fix the wall clipping thing for the Leviathans. They need to make it where they don't go through the terrain to attack you. And I am almost down on power, so we're gonna get something going with this. Plus, we're at 2 hours 15. We got 45 minutes at least before I'm ready to call it. I can get this done. I can get us some decent stuff going in a new base, and this will be a bigger base build. We'll do a lot more with this, which means a longer building process. The good one, I guess, to keep the prawn suit out nearby as well, since I'm finding a good number of drillable deposits. Oh, come on! I hit him! I love how it's like, once they're locked on, it doesn't matter if you shock them. They still come after you, and they basically ignore anything like the damage they took. Alright, where am I pointing again? It took me in the wrong direction. We definitely need better defensive stuff too for the game. I mean, that's an artificial difficulty aspect if you have no way to defend yourself other than like, oh, here's a little electric shock. I mean, tase you, you big behemoth, and see if it makes you react. We need actual, like, weaponry. I mean, I'm not saying, like, a big laser cannon. I'm not saying we need to, you know, have a Death Star. But give us something. Some kind of little pew-pew, you know, gun or something like that. Beyond, oh, we can pick this up and shoot. How, like, propel it forward. Like a missile, but it's not really a missile. Or, you know, we got a taser for the water. There we go. Alright, so we at least get basic power going. I've got power cells to rotate out, so I'm not worried about that. Batteries to rotate out. Again, carrying supplies, extra stuff like that, just for situations like this. And we'll get the basic start going. And then once that's done, I don't think I'm going to be building upwards. I think what I'll do is I'll build into this and get it started, and then we'll try extending further out. So I have like I can do a drop down, maybe on the sides, something like that. I think they should adjust the rear view camera on this with the prawn suit dock. Like, you should have something that's over to the side of it instead. Take that. We'll take all of that except for the seed, and we'll do that after I get some other stuff in place.
Warning. Emergency power.
Alright, so that's in there.
Production offline.
I'm just gonna throw bioreactor back here. Alright, so that gives us something to start with. And then,
power restored.
you know, later I could take it out and move it if I do something different. Now we need to finish this, which 2 magnetite and 1 aerogel, which I got 2 magnetite, I remember. Kind of stuck them to the side. And aerogel, I did have a ruby still in here, but I think I actually took all of those. Oh, there we go. We got that. And Wait a second. Oh, no, that's right. I put all that stuff inside, didn't I? I made sure to leave those here. I think that's why I did.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yes. All right. Aerogel. And we're gonna do our, like, get out. Please fix the problems with the hatches, devs. All right, let's see what we get readout on this. So we got, what? 21. Okay, so apparently they're not producing a lot of heat when they expel. So, I'm starting to wonder what the point of having the thermal plant still in the game, since there's very few places that actually produce enough heat to be justifiable to use it. Alright, we'll just put that there. There we go. And that, actually, we'll go ahead and take this. I need to get at least something started here so I have, you know, the basic essentials, and then I can worry about the cosmetic stuff afterwards. And that's, I forgot it was more than that. So we'll have food, we'll have power production right now. With that, I can go swim around, grab stuff for more bioreactor fuel, since the thermal plant's not going to work out in this case. And then we'll just, this will be temporary. This is just to build out everything else. We'll build in the other direction, see how far we can get on the side, and see about building downwards with it. So we'll go like out, 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 and then down. And because honestly, I think at some point it would prevent me from building. I may not build where it drops all the way down. I just don't see enough, you know, there's not enough decorations right now to do anything like that without modding. We just don't have enough extra content to build inside theme-wise for that. So it might be a case of build out and then have it where this sits on top. Do it like that. So I feel like this might be a better, this might actually work out to be the right placement, and we'll just redo the interior later once I do some of the other stuff. But alright, we got power, we've got at least some food production started. I'm thinking another one of these for right now, just so I can give some storage and clear out stuff from the sea truck. And probably, actually, the suit too, because it's going to have a lot of stuff in storage. Yeah. There we go. Took a little moment, but I got it to connect. Let's take... yeah, I'm just going to clear everything out. Instead of taking stuff back to the other base, we're going to make this the big project now. I'm just going to toss as much stuff in here, storage-wise, everything like that, as I can. I might do it where, with these... the air base, I use the wall lockers because of the labeling. Because the signs don't work very well. Like, right, there's the sign. There's the sign. Doesn't show on the wall. Like, it mounts inside the wall, which is a problem. So what I might do is section something off. We might have, like, a stack of some of these large rooms that's just for storage. And it'll be a case of putting, you know, we'll do like a wall locker on the outer edge of 2 standing lockers, and it'll be like titanium as the labels, and I'll know the middle ones are titanium as well, which will give me a way to separate things. And then I could have you know, copper, 2 standing lockers, and another one that says copper, and I'll know those are copper. So I might do something like that in this case. And I'm gonna need, yeah, battery charger in here. As a power cell charger too at some point. Well, yeah, because it's still, it seems like it worked better earlier, but it's still kind of gonna have that bug with the charging and the moonpool docks, and I think I'm gonna move that further out actually. I kind of want to have windows on this and maybe on the pathways walking between, but then have something like on this side we'll have, well, because I'm going to do lockers inside, it's probably going to be a better idea to do reinforcements on all of this instead. And yeah, let me grab some other supplies. We'll leave that for now. Copper. Actually, you know what? There we go. Newts are away. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go find the lithium, so I took all that other lithium back. They're growing fine. Let's see. That's about out. That's low. I think I've got enough for the moment. Let's do it this way. I'm going to take the storage modules, all that off, and we're just going to use the sea truck to pile it down. They'll be a little faster. I'm just going to get some lithium so I have reinforcement building capability, and that's it. And I think I might have already got all the lithium in this area and taken it elsewhere, so I might be going searching further out than I would like. We got arrow rays down here and hoopfish down here, so my chosen fuel source is going to be fine. There is uraninite in there, so we might be doing nuclear reactor here as well. There we go. That's one more reinforcement. That helps. Now I gotta really pay attention to my power. I forgot to swap power cells out. Okay, and I'm at the edge. Yeah, I think all the lithium from here has already been collected for this session. Maybe some more will spawn in. But I think it's at the other vent garden where I have the cavern system. That's where I will be finding most of the lithium still available. More ruby, might as well. You know, need some at this location too. Sure, and of course, like I said, uraninite, because I might be doing a nuclear reactor before too long. So I feel like they've got certain things impaired in this game just to make you use stuff that people didn't really use as much in the original game. Like, we want you to use the nuclear reactor more often. We're gonna give you fewer places for a thermal reactor to work. Okay. That's some good spots there. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, I want to find lithium more so. Oh, I see some. And yeah, Not a lot of lithium showing up right now still, but we're getting some. That will cover me for some reinforcements right now, get things started. So I'm not going to have any creaking, moaning as I'm building up. We'll grab that one. I'll get the other stuff later. Oh, there we go. Another one. Yep. Yeah, we're going to do a scanner room at this one too. Actually, you know, in the end, that might be something worth doing instead of the multi-purpose room in the middle. Swap out, put a scanner room in the middle. You walk in from 2 directions. Minigun attachments. I don't know if we need something that severe, but definitely something better than what they've given us. I'm not a fan of the torpedoes. Just with the targeting of the torpedoes and things like that. I'm not a fan of some of the air elements. You know, I think they could do better options for defensive stuff than what we got. At least some kind of like deterrent method. You know, a turret that will fire like little pellets or something at
Welcome aboard, Captain.
approaching hostiles to keep them away from your base. Just something as simple as that would be just miraculous in this, I would say. And I did not grab enough titanium. The rest of that, there we go. And Shay's power source. Oh. Alright, time to grab some stuff again. Go ahead, do this, and then I'll get hopefully the power cell charger going, and we'll have enough to cover for everything. Here we go. Alright, wiring kit, copper wire. So 1 silver there. Oh, come on. Tell me I've got more silver than just this one. That was from that trip. I'm sure I've got at least one more here. I'm hoping I've got one more. I think I am going to need at least... yes, there we go. Alright, so that's enough. That'll get the battery charger. And then I think I might have enough for everything except the advanced wiring kit, because I need to make a... I have to make a computer chip. And unfortunately, I don't have any table coral samples in this area. What's the release date of Below Zero? I cannot tell you. But I can tell you my expectation for it to be anytime soon is out the window with the fact we're doing a new storyline to it, that they're redoing the story. I have a feeling we're going to see it much later in this year. Probably more of mid to late year for it to actually release on PC. Unless they just throw it out there and ends up either being completely riddled with bugs, or we have a lackluster replacement story. One way or the other, I think it's going to be a risky thing if they don't give it time and properly, you know, test different parts of the changes that they're getting ready to make. Actually, I know. Yeah, I need table coral samples. That's the problem. There's no table coral samples out here. So I'm gonna have to go get some of those. Let's eat though. At least I can do this. Or is it? That is still growing. Power. Wow, okay. Power has already drained pretty quick on 2 of the hoop fish. So 2 of them are already completely used up. Got stuff for thermal, but it's obviously not going to work out quite so well. Let's do reinforcements. I'll free up some more space. And what? How did? Oh, I forgot I have the regular knife still with me. I need to use that this time. I need to see if it makes a difference between it and the thermal blade for collecting table coral samples, because for a while they were applying, you know, splitting into like 4 pieces, and then it stopped. I want to say it stopped after I'd already been using the thermal blade on them, but I can't say for sure, so it may be a case they stopped because I was using thermal blade. 0 and 28%. So we're swapping out to power cells, so I am covered. We'll take care of that, and I am thinking, because I'm going to keep everything here pretty much at this point, just going to disconnect. Again, we need like a quick button for it, a hotkey for that. So, I mean, it makes sense to have the switch, but it doesn't make sense to stop. Pop the switch, and then turn back around and take back control. It's definitely, if it's meant for a panic situation, you need a panic button. And a panic button would be turn, pull the lever, go. You know, hit a hotkey and go. Not, let me stop for a second to do this. I'm just going to go here and get some food real quick. Actually, never mind. And there goes terrain, not rendering and showing my base. We'll go back to the original base. I might can find some extra supplies to bring back that I might need.
Seek fluid intake.
Yep, I know. Definitely going to need a lot of power production at this one. And since I can't get thermal right there, unless I find very close by thermal, which I don't think is going to happen in that area. I might find something, but I doubt. I'm thinking we might do like a solar farm up top. We'll do like a separate little foundation. And, well, no, we can't do the foundation because it had to be built out and off from that one to count as part of the same base to transfer power. But technically, I could do it. Did it with the last series on regular Subnautica. I just do that stacking method I used with the foundations. We can expand it out, build upwards, and then have a very nice up top, maybe even above the surface for maximum solar production. Solar panel farm that will technically count as part of the same base because it was built from there, even though they're not physically attached, which will mean no having to do power transmitters for it.
Welcome
Yes.
aboard, Captain.
And that just bad animation. And I was about to say this should be done by now. I'm gonna eat my marble melon first, and see how I'm doing comparatively on water.
Vital signs.
Oh yeah, we'll just drink some water. We'll just save some time. Bam. And I'm gonna take the other water with me just as a precaution. Alright, so I need... You know what? I'm actually gonna go look for this. Or, yeah, we'll just go look. So this is where I'll find them. And we're gonna swap to the survival knife to see if it splits things into 4. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna find out that that's the problem I've been having. Is the thermal blade, as useful as it seems to be universally once you get it, it actually causes problems with certain things. Like, you don't get as many pieces of table coral samples anymore. I think it's more of a bug in the game itself, but we're gonna find out. I know original game, so many people saying I always get 4 pieces, and then I never was getting 4 pieces. Even with the original, you know, survival knife earlier in the game, I would never get 4 pieces from any of the table coral samples, and then it started working at one point briefly. There we go. First test. No. So again, it went back to being 1 per table coral. Whereas it was like you split them into like pieces, like you chop them and they would split up and I would get 4. Sometimes 3, but mostly it would be like 4 pieces. I'll get some more titanium while I'm at it. I'm just going to switch back. 1 is not a sufficient test for that, and okay, I guess I got that one already. I want to say I have some. There's some down here, but I can't remember 100% on that. I know there'll be lithium down there, but I think I'm good for the moment with lithium. And I don't remember any table coral samples being down there. Oh, there we go. Test number 2. Did not break into pieces. And that was more of a horizontal one. There's another horizontal one. Not breaking into multiple pieces. It's back to doing 1 piece each time. You know what? I'm going to take some ribbon plants just because I might need some at the new base. Alright, 1 more. Still did not break. So yeah, it was working fine earlier in the game. Now it stopped. And I don't get multiple pieces from the table coral samples anymore. Which is very unfortunate because that means our limited number of them currently in the game is not going to last for very long. And I'm not seeing any evidence that these are respawning. I'm just going to take all of that with me and grab this piece of lithium. And that should be enough. There we go. You never seen the 4 chunks of table coral? See, people were saying you're supposed to get 4 like that. Like it's supposed to split into pieces. And when the game, when this one first came out, that's what happened. I was like, yes, they finally fixed that. So you get more. Now it's not doing it. And it's even like, I think now back in the original game, it got to the point where I guess they tried to port something in with one of the, like sneak one in with one of the updates saying, hey, this is what's going on with Below Zero. Because the ones in the Lost River stopped doing that too for me. Again, I think it's more likely just it's a bug. But still, it's irritating when they're so limited in the count that you get and you only get 1 each time. And yeah, I'm pretty sure consoles are supposed to be getting like it's multiple pieces every time they harvest. Now if it was usually 5, I don't remember ever actually getting 5. I think I've gotten at most 4. I think typically I was getting 4 and occasionally it'd be like 3. It was the only times I only got 2 pieces was when I would chop it, it would break into like 4 pieces, and 2 of those pieces would fall into the terrain where I couldn't get to them. That's 6 or 8, something like in around that range, table coral samples. That should last for a decent little while. Because I'm taking them all back to this base. Yeah, well, if it got patched to be only 2 or 3, they apparently patched it to break it again because it doesn't work for me anymore. It stopped. And I only get 1 now. I think it should be multiple ones unless it's specifically supposed to be 1 because of that disc shape that we're using. You're getting this table coral sample. It's got a disc shape to make a computer chip. But if that's not it, then it should be like at least 2 pieces. You cut them, you get them in pieces, and it looks like something moved. I don't think I was quite that. I thought it was straighter with it. Let's see. Well, it's not showing anything health-wise for it, like damaged. But I feel like it was a little bit straighter than that, like something got moved.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, and that is charged. Good. Okay, we'll just keep that one. We'll go ahead and drop that one. And I'm not going to be scanning right now, so let's drop these out, and we'll charge these 2. And then... there we go. Finish that. Gives me plenty. Alright, let's see. We have to make advanced wiring kit. So I need 2 copper ore, of course, 3 gold total, and 1 more silver. There's 1 more silver. It's 3 gold. And 2 copper for copper wire. And that should be the right count because copper wire, the silver for the wiring kit, then the computer chip, which is 1 gold, and copper uses the copper wire, the table coral sample, and then we still have 2 more gold. Yeah, there we go. So now I've got that. That's 2 lithium, 2 titanium. I have 2 lithium, 2 titanium, so we're good. Power cell charger, get things recharging now, except for the fact I'm gonna be burning through my supplies of fish. I didn't bring any fish back. That's okay. I've got my food. And still... oh, come on! Yes, please! Please, devs, fix this. Like, really? Alright, that's just ridiculously bad. Fine, I'm just gonna do this. I'm sure you can sense my frustration here. That's just bad. When you can't even collect the food in a way to replant it. That's just bad. You know what, I'm just going to place it further out from the wall. And then I'm going to plant these back, taking up more space than they should. There we go. And there we go. That all of them planted. Now I should have plenty of food production. This is why I will not do experimental mode right now. The experimental branch, because this is buggy enough and stable. It's absolutely horribly buggy, even and stable. And experimental is only going to make it worse. So nope, I'll pass. Okay, so we'll get those hooked up to charge. Might do like a nuclear reactor just to help get things started. There we go. All right. And yeah, so let's see. We've got this stuff. So we'll start this side. So let's just say, because I want some kind of visual alignment there, so it's not just like sticking out to the wall weirdly. we'll do what I was talking about. So I'm gonna have a locker, or the wall locker, and then a standing locker, because the signs do not work very well on the walls in the big one yet. So we'll have titanium listed here, and then what I'll do is I'll have another one here, about the right height. Yep, that's good. So I'll be also labeled for titanium. And then I'll have, I guess, trying to center it as best I can, because that's gonna be about center. Yeah, I think we should have some kind of snapping for the walls, at least a little bit. Yeah, food, well, you know, here's the thing, Prime. It worked great in the original game, but they didn't just take, it's clear they didn't take like the original game as the end state of the original game and say, hey, let's just clone that over and use that as the starting basis, the framework. It's pretty obvious what they did was they actually took an older version of the game with fewer stuff they'd have to take out and used it, because there were bugs that are fixed in the original game that they added back in that I've seen happen to me, or at least in the early stages of the early access for Below Zero. So I think they took like an early access version of Subnautica to use as the framework, which means we have a lot of the same bugs, again, being glitchy in this. Actually, you know, instead of doing copper, we're going to do quartz. Because I'm going to use a lot of quartz in this, I'm sure. And there's more quartz deposits that I'm seeing than copper. And now that's not lining up the same way that is lining up further out. So we'll try to make it match. I think I got it closer that second time. So this will just give me that extra storage, but still give me a labeling method until that's fixed for the signs to work correctly. And all this titanium I've been getting today, and I'm going to burn through it right here, just doing this, along with everything else I've been building on this. There we go. That's enough for now. So that would be copper. But yeah, this is going to be one that's going to have just like super massive amount of storage up here for the most commonly used stuff, like copper, quartz, so forth. And then things where I don't need quite so much, I might do a little different arrangement. Not sure how on those yet. And then, see it like that, easy. Copper. And it kind of delayed there for a second. I'm just going to go based on closest to the door. I'll get rid of that. Oh, and I'd probably help if I had put those into charge already. That would have freed up 2 more spots. Alright, that's all clear. I think I still have a bunch in the sea truck. And I still have copper there. But yeah, not a super elegant solution. It's not an automated solution like I enjoyed having with the auto sort locker, but it does at least give me an organized solution where I can still see what it is easily and not be jumping between them trying to find stuff. And so I'll just do it like all the way down that wall and then down this wall too until I run out of room. And then, well, I might adjust this later. This may end up being like the production for, you know, building supplies and everything, plus the storage, the initial storage room. I might move that stuff over here a bit more. No, that'd be perfect. Stay on the walls there by a door. But yeah, I think I'll be taking the maybe the bioreactor route or something like that later. Definitely like the idea of doing a solar farm somewhere up top, which that's kind of up there in the sky. or, you know, up towards the surface high enough, it might work. But I know somebody mentioned in a comment, and I think also came in on the stream saying they built there and it cut like the whole top part of that off after they did so, and it never came back. So I'm kind of a little cautious to build around the big hand. Yeah, finally get, you know what, everything. No, still have that. Actually, I'll go ahead and take all of that out. We might make a nuclear reactor and have it as like the emergency backup. If power's running too low, I don't have time for fish to repopulate. Go and throw in a nuclear rod, a reactor rod to make it work. And there we go. So, organized. And my whopping amount of titanium that I have left after all this. Oh, yeah. It's a start. It's not, like, massively great yet, but this is a start. And at least we've got that. Of course, I'm burning through the power on that already very quickly. Let me toss my reserve battery back in here. I'll have that. At least 4 batteries and 3 power cells in there, so I have emergency supplies. But yeah, I actually kind of like just parking it like this since there is that charging bug. And since in the end, I can't access the storage without getting into the storage modules anyway for it. So if we get a... I'll probably do the moon pool still for decoration, but I'm not going to be using it so much. I'll probably just park like this and use that to charge the power cells because... wow. Look at the size of my visor. Oh, okay. I'm not holding anything. That's the visor. That's the part around my face. Look at the size of that thing. I need, like, magnifying goggles on my face, apparently. She's got some vision impairments. That's funny. I've never noticed the size of the headpiece being that big. That's what it looks like. It's like she's got just a super massive mask on to, you know, help fix her bad vision. And why are the arms a different color than the rest of the prawn suit? That doesn't make sense there. Alright, well, let's see. We have got... We're right at that 3-hour mark, which is usually when I call it quits. Anyway, I'm going to save it. That's, I think, my first save the entire time. I don't think I saved at all. Let's do a little fly around and look at this. So that's the start of the base. It will get bigger. Maybe not a huge amount bigger, because I am struggling for titanium compared to having metal salvage everywhere like in the original game. But we have a nice little visual here. I'll keep with this design, but I think if I was to build again in the future, I might build, if I can, around it, like circling it. So then I could do the glass domes. And you're inside, you look up, it's just like, there's that above you. That could be an interesting thing to do in another build, but for now, I think I'll stick with it like this. As I'm here harvesting the thermal power of this, I guess. Even though it's not providing any real thermal power. But yeah, this is going to be the new project for right now. We'll build on this for a good while. And it will take a while because of resource collection in this game. Maybe we'll have better resource production capabilities or better resource gathering options later on like we do in the original game, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we've got a nice little spot and I'm going inside. Look at that. I am inside them. I wonder if it would let me actually swim through it and inside of it. Oh, I saved. Let's try it. Before we call it, we're going to try this. I just want to see if it will work. Because I think it will be quite funny if it lets me go up the butt in this. Oh, actually, it's the mouth. Not really the butt. It's the mouth. The top side is the butt. Where it's at spelling waste. And that's where I've built my base. Is above the butt. Oh, I'm inside. I did it. And I'm not being digested. Cool. So, can I build in here? I think I should be allowed to build in here at this point. Well, it's actually acting like I am inside a structure. Like the same way... Oh, a spiral plant. Okay. Like the same way with the shipwrecks. Oh, and generic spiral. So obviously we're meant to come in here. But the shipwrecks, if you're inside, you get this like slower speed to the sea glide. That's almost the same speed or even slower than you're swimming. And I'm chopping your ball. It's spun. Oh, look at that. It's not just like a texture where it shows like a little split. You can see it's actually a stretchy look to it. And it actually rotated correctly with it. That's actually really nicely done. Alright, let's get back out before I suffocate and I've got a generic scan. Oh, that tickled. Alright, so if I feel like I just want to go and relax, maybe do a little quick meditation, I've got a little spot that's safe. At least. Oh, that's something to try later. I'm going to have to see if a Chelly will chase me in there and try to eat me. I wonder if they would be able to get inside of that spot right there. Yeah, it's difficult to look down from a base, unfortunately. We can't look down and see it. Victory. I would like to see some glass flooring or something like that put in. I might do like observation domes, the observatories on the outside. The reason I tried it earlier, I can't remember if you were in yet already, but it is not letting me rotate the observatory. Like, it's only going in one direction. So that kind of is a problem, and it's not even letting me like build it there. Let's see. Let's try. Okay, so that's not even wanting to try and attach. Oh wait, that's right, I gotta do the... Duh, I'd have to do the T connector. Let's just try it coming off of this directly. Does it? Yeah, okay, so it works there, but I cannot rotate. That's brackets, that's me scroll wheeling. It's not rotating the observatory right now, so if it would work, I would have put maybe a little spot there, but it's not working at the moment, so that's a problem. Let's see if my... Yes, it's grown, and I was actually able to access the 3 pieces I needed. There we go. Vital signs, stabilizer. Alright, so my second time saving the game. Invisible barrier, if you're talking about the vent garden, the top of it has that like jelly barrier. And there is a little invisible barrier around one of the the leg areas where you have to get further down to get around it. But other than that, it's not really a problem. Ricky, my next stream, well, Thursday evening, Friday morning, depending on where you are in the world, it'll be No Man's Sky. And then, of course, same time next week, same place, we'll be doing this again with some more building at this base, if you want to check it out. Timmy, Victory says hi. Look up. Hey, look up. See? Yep. You want? I don't know why you're being so gentle with them right now. Is it because you know you're on camera? That's what it is. He knows when he's getting a picture taken. Like, if I get my phone out and I'm trying to take a picture of him, he just... if he's playing with a toy, he will stop and just... He'll just do that. He'll look away from the camera because he knows I'm taking this picture. Ain't that right, Timmy? You're just goofy. Goofy dog. Alright, Timmy. One more. And there we go. So, yeah, same time, same place next week. If you want to watch the Subnautica Below Zero live stream, Thursday evening, afternoon, Friday morning, depending on where you are in the world, will be No Man's Sky, like always. And I am getting ready. I think I've got it almost figured out when I could do like a shorter stream as a third stream, just a very chill, relaxed stream with kind of, not sure how I'm going to do the gaming yet for that, but I have another stream in mind, and I think I've about got a place for it, so that will be coming soon. Again, it's February. It's Share the Love month because it's Valentine's month. So if you want to share the love, if you can afford to, if you want to donate, there's 2 links in the description. I'll be doing this all month. Every live stream will have those links. If you want to go in, you can adopt an animal that's been affected by the Australian bushfires. You can donate to replanting trees or to helping to rehome animals that were affected. So let's, share some love and help out, because that was a pretty big disaster, and it's going to affect a lot of people worldwide, and it's a lot of animals that are now endangered again because of it. So if you can, be sure to do that, and if you do, then I thank you. But that's it. We're going to call it in today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out with Timmy. All right, Timmy. Timmy says bye, and I will see you guys next time.